Okay. I'm at the airport. It is a busy day at the airport. Man, we have had weather problems connected to the airport for days. Hopefully it's going to calm down. Must be the weather in other places. But, okay, husbands, I think we need to review with the gods about life. Because husbands, I was talking to some passengers and I realized that we're trying to be the family of God on earth, but we really need to go through safety issues. Such as, what if the P games could give them an hour or something? You know how Mr. Wee Wee has set the stage. Husbands and husband candidates everywhere want to play P games with the kids in the snow. But if it's below zero, what if it's like pipes that get frozen? It could be a bad thing. The passenger, the lady passenger was like, yeah, you'd want to make sure, like, if you have like a pot of hot water or whatever, it wouldn't matter if you threw it outside. That's when you should play the P games. You shouldn't play the P games after that. Now, this is what I'm thinking, husbands. It also would look badass and cool. You know, like when you let your fart get the right outage and you light it on fire, that shit is badass and cool as fuck. That makes you feel the greatness of God in a fart. When you watch somebody master getting the fart out just right, so that when you light the fart on fire, it looks like the biggest legendary rocket ship fart lighting up ever known. That could ruin the P games, because how cool and badass would that be? To have your pee freeze as you're doing the biggest legendary hardcore piss ever known. Like, that could be the greatness of God in taking a pee. When the pee is like flying out like a rocket ship of greatness and gets frozen like that. Oh, you'd want to like be a piece of art for a minute, like a snowman, and take a picture. Or like you'd want to commemorate that. That'd be cool. But would it hurt their little peepees? You don't want their wee wee to get an owie, then it's not really the greatness of God, and then it wouldn't be fun or cool. So let me join with all these gods and check the ins and outs of how far we can go connected to snow. Normally, in and of itself. And then let me check with the gods on how far the power of God can make snow unrealistic, but still mixed with reality for fun. You know, the scientific, physical world stuff, human people stuff. And then we'll just check the power of God when we want to go unrealistic and just live bigger than everything anyway. To see what we could do or not do. Because I'm starting to think these P games, we should just make sure, for sure, before we just run off and play daddy to the nations. Because not all husbands are going to be snow experts. I'm a power of God expert, so I'll go check with medical experts too. I'll check with people that live in the snow. I'll check with medical experts. I'll check all the possible emergency realities we could exist in. So that when the husbands play with the children of God, we don't have to worry what a frozen pipe equivalent would be in Mr. Wee Wee games. I posted it really fast on the Facebook, though, because I thought, oh my gosh, I better tell the husbands, let's not play silly games and be daddy to the nations if it could go bad. No more P games until further notice. I have to make sure it's not going to hurt nobody. I never grew up in the snow, but I saw on the YouTube how it could be massive boiling water. Massive boiling water, and you throw it into the air and it turns into snow. And then I was listening to people talk a lot about how their pipes get frozen. And when their pipes get frozen, it's a big nightmare. And I thought, oh my gosh, frozen pipes, kind of like a wee-wee. Boiling water that turns into freezing when you just throw it in the air. Man, we really need to research everything, make sure everybody's going to be safe. I picked up somebody from that Autograph Hotel area place. And the lady didn't want to be friendly. She was kind of irritated. The lady got in the car and she was like, "You fucking dumbass, nobody, nothing retard. There's only 3 doors in your airport." Like, sorry, lady. People still get mad if I don't park right in front of their door. Maybe because they're running late or something, but like, sorry. And not all people put the real airline. A lot of times they put an airline, like they'll just click United or something, and then they'll get upset because it was, Southwest, and they're like, well, I just clicked whatever, I just need to get to the airport, but like, and you're like, but how would I know you need me to park at Southwest when you clicked on United or something? How am I going to know that? I'm not going to use the power of God every 5 minutes. I'm just going to ask you. The power of God is not something to waste. I mean, unless it's important, I'm not going to use the power of God. I mean, if you tell me to stop at United when you order the ride through the Lyft app, I'm going to assume it's United. And then they're going to bitch because it was supposed to be Southwest. But, like, how would anybody know that? And then sometimes they'll put United and then they'll just still be upset because they have to tell you it was Southwest at the last minute. So I knew that lady often just clicks whatever and doesn't think twice. So I thought, well, let me just ask and make sure. Because that lady often will just click or pick anything and then get upset because she picked the wrong thing or whatever. I was just making sure it really was whatever airline they said. And she was so mad, like, "You fucking idiot." I was like, "I'm sorry, miss. I'm sorry. I don't know what your problem is, dude, but I'm sorry." But she kind of calmed down after a while. But the guy, the husband or the guy with her was a very nice, just a basic nice guy. A friendly, basic, nice guy. The lady just really had a chip on her shoulder, and I was like, okay, I get it. Religious hate or whatever. Yeah, okay. Because you always assume it's because I'm the Jesus opposite thing. But your curiosity as a God always says, I'm going to find out why she's so pissy. Or is she just in a bad mood and lashing out in general? So I used my powers and I got nosy about who the hell she is and why the hell, she has to be so animosity in my direction. And I found out why. She doesn't like me or doesn't want to like me. So she doesn't want to like my existence. And why does she not want to like my existence? Because boys talk to her husband about me too much, and it makes her pissed off.